Good evening. Today we have Giulia Fioravanti, that is also part of Cibio, and she will tell us today actually I will ask you, what is your path and why did you decide to come to Cibio to study?
Hi everyone, I'm Giulia, I'm 25 and I'm a PhD student at Cibio. I studied biology and biomedical science, and then I made an Erasmus trainship in Edinburgh, where I started studying stem cells. And I became very interested in this field of science. So I decided to apply for a PhD in the same field. And I choose Cibio because the project I applied for is a combination between the study of stem cells, and it also includes the environmental problem, because I'm going to do cultured meat, and this is a way to reduce the intensive grow of animals and killing animals. So this is going to be very, very useful for the environment. And that's why I choose to study at Cibio.
Yeah, that's quite interesting as a project indeed, and in fact is one of the leading field of research in our days, in fact. So why don't you tell us, how is your daily routine as a scientist in the lab? What do you do?
Well, my daily routine is quite different every day, because we have to work with cells and they have their needs. So every day they need something different. And we also have um, laboratory part where we analyze DNA, RNA, protein. So my daily routine is very different every day. And yeah, I'm working with stem cells, and we are producing these stem cells from bovine, so that we can differentiate them into meat, which is going to be bovine meat. So yeah, this is more or less my my daily routine.
And how do you do this? Which type of experiment you do to transform these cells into, I guess, muscles or?
Yeah, into muscles and fat tissue. Yeah.
Okay, because these are
Yeah.
the two
So
composition of meat, right?
yeah, right.
Okay, and
Yes.
so how do you do this in the lab? I'm quite curious to know, actually.
Yeah, we are going to culture the cells,
Hmm.
and then they have to we're going to switch different culture media to
Hmm.
differentiate these cells into specific lineage. So some of the cells are going to differentiate into muscle tissues, and other cells are going to differentiate into fat tissue, and we're going to combine them together to create the meat. But we are at the very beginning of the project, and this is a very new field, so the edible meat is quite far, but I'm quite positive about this.
It's for sure is important and interesting. So instead, now I wanted to ask you something more about the meaning of this class and the meaning of your interview. So, for example, the students are supposed to be involved in translating your work into the public. And so, what is your opinion on what and how this should be done in order for people to understand actually what you are doing in the lab?
I think that people should know about what we do in the lab, because uh, this is going to be something edible. So people are going to eat this
Sure.
meat. So they need to know what we are doing and how this is made. So I think they should know more or less everything that we are doing in a simple way, because not everyone can understand in particular everything that we do, but more or less they should know because they're going to eat this. So it's important, yeah.
And so at the last of this short interview, one question that I ask everybody is, what is your message for the students of this course? Do you have anything special to say to them so that maybe they will also be more aware of how to approach? I think something that what you are doing is quite different than others and maybe not easy to understand from the public, maybe.
Yeah, I just want to say good luck for everyone. I appreciate what you're doing, and yeah, I hope that your project is going to be very nice.
Successful. And so have you been involved in any divulgation of science in your life before? Or did you do any?
Not yet, but I think we're going to do some interview about this project in the future. So yeah, this is kind of my first one.
So maybe you can be available for the students if they have any questions or anything to write about it, because
yeah,
I think from my point of view, what you are doing in this moment is something important and approachable to everyone, because everybody eats, and so it's something that maybe also from the point of view of the industry and from the point of view of the people who are going to maybe one day eat what you are doing now, it's very important. And so if you are available, you can also be approached by some of these students, and also you can be, if you like, in the class that we are going to have the 28th, so that you can ask or you can answer to some of the questions that the students may have on your project.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so then if you are available the 28th next week from 4:30 in the afternoon, we are all online. I will send you the invitation, and then you can be there and listen to the class.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Giulia. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Okay.